Have you ever wondered why one championship changed professional wrestling forever? One title, one championship that transformed ordinary wrestlers into immortal legends. From sold-out arenas in the 1960s to today's billion-dollar global empire, the WWE Championship has been more than just a gold belt. It has become the symbol of greatness, power, betrayal, unforgettable rivalries, and history itself. Every scratch on that championship tells a story. Every redesign represents a new era. Every champion leaves behind a legacy that fans never forget. But how did this championship evolve from a simple wrestling prize into the most prestigious title in sports entertainment? Today we're taking a journey through more than 60 years of history to uncover every version of the WWE Championship and the incredible stories behind them. Welcome back to Ring Insights, the place where wrestling history comes alive. If you're passionate about WWE, legendary champions, iconic rivalries, and the stories that shape professional wrestling, you're in the right place. Today we're exploring the complete history of every WWE Championship from 1963 to today, discovering how each championship reflected the era it belonged to and why every redesign became part of WWE's incredible legacy. So sit back, enjoy the ride, and let's travel through the decades. Our story begins in 1963. Professional wrestling looked nothing like it does today. Television was still growing, arenas were smaller, and wrestling promotions were spread across different territories. During this time, the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, known as the WWWF, introduced its own World Championship after separating from the National Wrestling Alliance. The very first recognised champion was Buddy Rogers, one of wrestling's biggest attractions at the time, marking the beginning of the championship lineage that continues today. The original championship looked incredibly simple compared to today's massive title belts. It featured small gold plates attached to a leather strap, with very little decoration. There were no giant logos, no custom side plates, and certainly no diamonds or extravagant designs. Yet despite its modest appearance, it represented the highest honour a wrestler could achieve. Buddy Rogers held the championship for only a short time before losing it to a man who would forever change wrestling history. That man was Bruno Sammartino. When Bruno defeated Buddy Rogers in May 1963, nobody could have imagined what was about to happen. Bruno wasn't simply another champion. He became the face of an entire generation. His popularity was unbelievable. Week after week, fans packed Madison Square Garden just to watch Bruno defend the championship. Thousands of people filled arenas, many of them immigrants who saw Bruno as one of their own. He wasn't flashy. He didn't insult the crowd. He didn't rely on cheating. He represented honesty, strength, and determination. His reign lasted an astonishing 2,803 days, one of the longest championship reigns in wrestling history, a record that remains legendary. During Bruno's reign, the championship itself also evolved. Instead of keeping the original small design, WWE gradually introduced larger championship belts featuring more detailed gold plates. These weren't dramatic redesigns, but each version looked slightly grander than the last. The company wanted its biggest prize to appear as prestigious as the man carrying it. For nearly 8 years, Bruno Sammartino and the championship became inseparable. Fans didn't just recognise the belt, they recognised Bruno. To many people, he was the championship. Eventually, in 1971, one of the biggest moments in wrestling history shocked the entire industry. Ivan Koloff defeated Bruno Sammartino. The crowd inside Madison Square Garden became so quiet that many fans later claimed they could hear people dropping their programs onto the floor. Nobody believed Bruno could lose, but he did. It proved that even the greatest champions eventually fall. Koloff's reign didn't last long. Only weeks later, Pedro Morales captured the championship and became another defining champion of the 1970s. Pedro's victory wasn't just important because he won the title. It was historic because he became one of WWE's first internationally celebrated champions, helping the company attract audiences from different backgrounds and expanding wrestling's popularity across new communities. Throughout the early 1970s, the championship continued changing in appearance. The belts became larger, the gold plates became more detailed, the leather straps improved in quality. While today's fans often focus on spectacular championship reveals, these early redesigns quietly reflected WWE's growing ambitions. The company wanted its championship to look worthy of its increasing popularity. By the mid-1970s, Bruno Sammartino returned to reclaim the championship for a second reign, proving once again why he remained wrestling's greatest attraction. His second reign may not have matched the incredible length of his first, but it reinforced one important fact. Whenever WWE needed stability, whenever fans needed a true hero, Bruno Sammartino was the answer. As the 1970s came to an end, another legendary champion emerged, Bob Backlund. Unlike Bruno's overwhelming physical power, Backlund represented technical wrestling excellence. He combined athleticism, discipline, and incredible endurance. Children admired him, parents respected him, promoters trusted him. His championship reign lasted more than 5 years, making him one of the longest reigning WWE champions ever. During Backlund's era, the championship belt continued receiving subtle upgrades. The designs became cleaner. The gold plates appeared brighter. The championship slowly evolved into something audiences immediately recognized whenever it appeared on television. The late 1970s also marked a turning point for professional wrestling. Television coverage expanded. More fans discovered WWE every week. Champions became household names instead of regional attractions. The championship wasn't simply defended inside arenas anymore. Millions of viewers now watched every title defense from their homes. That exposure transformed the WWE Championship into one of the most recognizable prizes in professional wrestling. But an even bigger revolution was approaching. The 1980s would completely transform WWE. A new owner with enormous ambitions wanted to turn regional wrestling into global entertainment. Television deals expanded. Pay-per-view events were introduced. Merchandise exploded. And WWE needed a champion capable of leading that worldwide expansion. The man chosen would become one of the biggest stars in entertainment history. His name was Hulk Hogan, and with Hogan, the WWE Championship would enter an era unlike anything wrestling had ever seen. The moment Hulk Hogan defeated the Iron Sheik on January 23rd, 1984, professional wrestling changed forever. It wasn't just another title change. It marked the beginning of an entirely new era. WWE was no longer thinking like a regional promotion. Under Vince McMahon's vision, it was preparing to become a global entertainment powerhouse. And Hogan was the perfect face of that revolution. With his larger-than-life personality, unforgettable charisma, and unmatched connection with fans, Hogan carried the WWE Championship into homes all around the world. Children wore the red and yellow. Parents bought tickets. Merchandise flew off the shelves. Suddenly, the championship wasn't just a wrestling prize, it became a worldwide symbol of sports entertainment. During Hogan's reign, WWE introduced one of the most recognizable championship designs of the decade. The belt featured a larger center plate, intricate detailing, and a more prestigious appearance than anything fans had seen before. Every time Hogan raised it above his head after another victory, that championship looked larger than life. Then came WrestleMania. In 1985, WWE launched what would become its biggest annual event. WrestleMania wasn't simply another wrestling show. It combined celebrities, music, entertainment, and world-class wrestling into one unforgettable spectacle. At the center of it all stood the WWE Champion. The championship instantly became the most valuable prize on the grandest stage in wrestling. For several years, Hogan remained nearly unstoppable. Whether facing King Kong Bundy, Paul Orndorff, Andre the Giant, or countless other challengers, he always found a way to retain the title. His reign became one of the longest of the modern era and cemented his legacy as one of wrestling's greatest icons. But no reign lasts forever. In 1988, after years of dominance, Hogan lost the championship under controversial circumstances involving Andre the Giant. The title was quickly declared vacant, setting the stage for one of the most important tournaments in WWE history at WrestleMania 4. There, Macho Man Randy Savage defeated Ted DiBiase in the tournament final to capture his first WWE Championship. Savage represented a completely different kind of champion. He was unpredictable, intense, explosive. His colourful personality, incredible athletic ability, and unforgettable promos made him one of the biggest stars of the era. Alongside Miss Elizabeth, Savage proved that charisma could be just as powerful as physical dominance. The championship remained the centerpiece of WWE's growing popularity throughout the late 1980s. Television ratings continued climbing, arenas sold out across North America, and international audiences began discovering WWE for the first time. Then in 1988, WWE introduced what many fans still consider one of the most beautiful championship belts ever created, the Winged Eagle Championship. The moment fans saw it, they knew it was special. Its elegant eagle spreading its wings across the center plate symbolized excellence, prestige, and victory. The craftsmanship was extraordinary, with detailed goldwork that made the championship appear truly royal. For many longtime fans, the Winged Eagle remains the definitive WWE Championship. It wasn't oversized, it wasn't flashy, it was simply perfect. The Winged Eagle soon rested on the shoulders of legends. Hulk Hogan reclaimed it. The Ultimate Warrior carried it after defeating Hogan in one of the biggest matches in wrestling history at WrestleMania 6. That match was unlike anything WWE had attempted before. Champion versus champion. Icon versus icon. Two of the company's biggest stars colliding with history on the line. When Warrior pinned Hogan, fans witnessed one of the most emotional moments ever seen inside a wrestling ring. The championship had officially been passed to a new generation. The early 1990s introduced even more unforgettable champions. Sergeant Slaughter shocked fans by defeating Warrior. Then came Hulk Hogan once again. Shortly afterward, The Undertaker won his very first WWE Championship at Survivor Series in 1991. Although his first reign lasted only a matter of days before Hogan regained the title, it marked the beginning of one of wrestling's most legendary careers. The Undertaker would eventually become one of WWE's greatest icons, and every future championship victory traced back to that historic first win. Soon afterward, Ric Flair entered WWE carrying decades of championship prestige from other promotions. When Flair finally captured the WWE Championship in the 1992 Royal Rumble match, it created one of the greatest Royal Rumble moments of all time. Instead of challenging for the title, the championship itself was on the line. Flair entered at number 3, lasting over an hour, defeating 29 other competitors, proving why he called himself the greatest wrestler alive. The championship now represented not only power, but endurance, intelligence, and resilience. Throughout the early 1990s, Bret "Hitman" Hart emerged as the next standard-bearer. Unlike previous champions known primarily for charisma or overwhelming size, Bret became famous for technical perfection. Every match felt authentic. Every move mattered. Every championship defense showcased incredible skill. Fans believed they were watching one of the best pure wrestlers in history. The Winged Eagle Championship looked magnificent around Bret's waist. It almost seemed designed specifically for him. Meanwhile, WWE entered fierce competition with rival promotions, making every championship reign increasingly important. Stars needed to deliver unforgettable matches. Champions became ambassadors for the entire company. The title itself became even more prestigious because fans knew every challenger had earned their opportunity. Then came Yokozuna. Despite his name, he wasn't Japanese but portrayed a dominant sumo wrestler, whose incredible size overwhelmed nearly everyone who stepped into the ring. His victories demonstrated that brute strength could still overcome technical brilliance. Yet one of the biggest moments in WrestleMania history arrived when Bret Hart finally defeated Yokozuna at WrestleMania 10, reclaiming the championship in an emotional celebration that closed one of WWE's greatest events. As the mid-1990s approached, WWE faced changing audience tastes. Fans wanted faster matches, more athletic performers, more realistic rivalries. The championship remained at the center of those changes. Then Diesel arrived. Standing nearly 7 feet tall with unmatched power, Diesel captured the WWE Championship from Bob Backlund in only seconds. His dominance introduced another fresh chapter. Soon after came Shawn Michaels. At WrestleMania 12, Michaels fulfilled his lifelong dream by defeating Bret Hart in the famous Iron Man match. Holding the Winged Eagle Championship while celebrating with tears in his eyes became one of WWE's most iconic images. Shawn wasn't just another champion. He represented a new generation built on athleticism, innovation, and unforgettable performances. His high-flying offense and incredible showmanship helped redefine what fans expected from a WWE champion. By the late 1990s, professional wrestling was about to enter its most competitive period ever. The Monday Night Wars were reaching their peak. Television ratings exploded. Superstars became mainstream celebrities. Fans demanded edgier stories, bigger personalities, and shocking moments every single week. The classic Winged Eagle Championship, despite its timeless beauty, was about to give way to a bold new design that would symbolize an entirely different era. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Mankind, Triple H Kane, The Undertaker. The biggest names in wrestling history were preparing to battle for a championship that would soon look completely different from anything that had come before. And with that transformation, the WWE Championship would enter the unforgettable Attitude Era, where legends were made, rivalries became iconic, and the business itself would reach heights no one had ever imagined. The Attitude Era didn't just change WWE, it completely redefined professional wrestling. Fans wanted chaos, unpredictability, and larger-than-life personalities, and no championship represented that better than the WWE Championship. Every Monday night felt like history could be made. Champions changed, rivalries intensified, and millions of viewers tuned in because anything could happen. One of the first major visual changes came in 1998 when Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 14. Austin became the face of WWE's new era, and the championship soon received a dramatic redesign that reflected the company's evolving identity. The classic Winged Eagle Championship was replaced by the iconic Big Eagle Championship, often called the Attitude Era Championship. It featured a much larger center plate, a bold eagle design, and an overall appearance that matched the louder, edgier presentation of WWE at the time. It instantly became one of the most beloved championship belts in wrestling history. Stone Cold carried that championship through unforgettable battles with The Rock, The Undertaker, Kane, and Mr. McMahon. His rivalry with WWE Chairman Vince McMahon became one of the greatest stories ever told in sports entertainment. The championship wasn't just the prize anymore, it became the center of a war between authority and rebellion. At the same time, The Rock emerged as another megastar. His unmatched charisma, electrifying promos, and incredible in-ring performances turned him into one of the biggest names in wrestling history. Every time The Rock held the WWE Championship high above his head, fans knew they were witnessing greatness. The title changed hands frequently during this period, adding to the excitement. Mankind shocked the world by winning his first WWE Championship in one of the most emotional moments in Monday Night Raw history. Triple H established himself as a dominant force. Kurt Angle proved an Olympic gold medalist could become a world-class sports entertainer. Every champion added a new chapter to the championship's growing legacy. Then came one of the biggest moments in WWE history. At the end of 2001, WWE defeated its biggest competitor, WCW. Following the acquisition, two world championships existed within the company, the WWE Championship and the WCW World Championship. The question became simple: who was the undisputed champion? That answer arrived at Vengeance 2001. Chris Jericho defeated both The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin on the same night to become WWE's first undisputed champion. It was one of the greatest accomplishments of his career. With the championships unified, WWE introduced another beautiful championship design in 2002. The Undisputed Championship combined elegance with prestige. Its design featured a large globe, intricate gold detailing, and a more refined appearance than the Big Eagle Championship. Many fans still rank it among the greatest championship belts ever created. However, another major change arrived only months later. After WWE introduced the brand split between Raw and SmackDown, Brock Lesnar became the WWE champion and signed exclusively with SmackDown. Raw suddenly had no world champion. To solve this problem, WWE revived the World Heavyweight Championship, meaning two world titles now existed simultaneously. The WWE Championship remained exclusive to SmackDown for a time, while Raw featured the famous Big Gold Belt. Throughout the 2000s, the WWE Championship was carried by some of the biggest stars in company history. Brock Lesnar dominated with unmatched power. Eddie Guerrero achieved one of wrestling's greatest underdog victories by defeating Brock at No Way Out in 2004. That emotional celebration remains one of the most inspiring championship wins ever witnessed. JBL shocked fans with an unexpectedly long championship reign. John Cena then emerged as the next face of WWE. When Cena defeated JBL at WrestleMania 21, a completely new generation officially began. Soon afterward, WWE introduced another championship redesign. This time, it became known as the Spinner Championship. Unlike previous titles, the large WWE logo in the center could actually spin. Originally designed to reflect John Cena's hip-hop character, the Spinner Championship divided fan opinion. Some loved its modern, flashy appearance. Others believed it lacked the prestige of previous designs. Despite the mixed reactions, one fact remains undeniable: the Spinner Championship became one of the most recognizable title belts in WWE history because it stayed in use for nearly a decade. Countless legendary champions held it: John Cena, Edge, Randy Orton, Triple H, Batista, Rob Van Dam, Jeff Hardy, CM Punk, Sheamus, The Miz. Every reign added another unforgettable story. CM Punk's historic 434-day championship reign reminded fans that lengthy title runs could still thrive in the modern era. His famous pipe bomb promo blurred the line between fiction and reality, creating one of WWE's most talked about storylines. In 2013, another major redesign arrived. The Spinner Championship was retired. In its place came the modern WWE Championship, featuring an enormous WWE logo across the center plate. Clean, bold, instantly recognizable. The new design focused on WWE's global branding while allowing customized side plates for each champion, making every title reign feel more personal than ever before. John Cena was the first superstar to hold the redesigned championship. Soon afterward, another historic event changed everything once again. At the end of 2013, Randy Orton unified the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship by defeating John Cena at TLC. The two titles became one. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship represented the company's single top prize. Eventually, WWE shortened the name back to the WWE Championship while keeping the modern championship design. The championship continued passing through the hands of extraordinary competitors. Daniel Bryan captured fans' hearts with his unforgettable WrestleMania 30 victory. Brock Lesnar began another era of dominance unlike anything seen before. AJ Styles proved independent wrestling stars could become WWE's top champions. Kofi Kingston created one of the most emotional WrestleMania moments ever by winning his first WWE Championship, after more than a decade of perseverance. Drew McIntyre fulfilled a dream years in the making when he defeated Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 36, although the moments occurred inside an empty arena during the global pandemic. Roman Reigns then reshaped WWE history. Although much of his dominance centered around the Universal Championship, his eventual reign as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion unified WWE's top championships under one dominant ruler for years. His historic championship reign became one of the longest in modern WWE history, restoring an old-school feeling of prestige where defeating the champion seemed nearly impossible. Finally, at WrestleMania 40 in 2024, Cody Rhodes finished his story by defeating Roman Reigns in one of the most anticipated championship matches of the modern era. After years of setbacks, heartbreak, and determination, Cody captured the WWE Championship and fulfilled a dream that had defined his entire career. The victory wasn't just about winning a title, it was about completing a family legacy and ushering in a new chapter for WWE. Today, The WWE Championship continues to evolve. New challenges rise every year, new rivalries capture the imagination of fans, and every champion understands the responsibility that comes with carrying the richest prize in sports entertainment, from Buddy Rogers to Bruno Sammartino, from Hulk Hogan to Bret Hart, from Stone Cold Steve Austin to The Rock, from John Cena to Roman Reigns, from Cody Rhodes to the champions of tomorrow. Every era has added something unique to this incredible championship's legacy. The designs have changed, the logos have changed, the superstars have changed, but one thing has never changed. The WWE Championship remains the ultimate symbol of excellence in sports entertainment. Every scratch on its gold tells the story of sacrifice. Every championship reign represents years of dedication. Every title match creates memories that live forever in the hearts of wrestling fans around the world. More than 60 years after its creation in 1963, the WWE Championship continues to stand as the prize every WWE superstar dreams of holding high above their head. It has survived changing generations, fierce competition, industry revolutions, and countless unforgettable moments. Yet its prestige has only grown stronger. And somewhere backstage tonight, another superstar is training, dreaming, and believing that one day they will join the incredible lineage of champions who have carried the most prestigious title in WWE history. Thank you for watching Ring Insights. If you enjoyed this complete journey through the history of the WWE Championship, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive into wrestling's greatest stories. Let us know in the comments which WWE Championship design is your all-time favourite and which champion defined your generation. Until next time, this is Ring Insights, bringing wrestling history to life one story at a time.